I wanted to talk about this story in the Bible about David and his wife Micah. So, Micah saw him half naked dancing around in the streets. She got very upset because, of course, she was Jewish and it's not proper. It's not a proper thing to do. And so she was already upset because she had a lover, and she was also, um, taken by force by King David. He had to take her because it was because of her he got the throne. Um, so overall, the picture that I saw when I read the story was, and I knew what Solomon was gonna go through, right? We know that he had a contender, Adonijah, right? And so when I read the story and I meditated on it, what I understood was that God did this on purpose because he already knew that Solomon was going to have adversaries for the throne. And also because of her being King Saul's daughter, that one was going to be against David badly, right? Because she was gonna, if whatever she had, if she was gonna have a son or whatever, he's gonna go against David because she's gonna put it in his head, right? Because she was already so angry and upset of what was going on because she was being used as like a pawn, right? So what I heard this pastor talk about, that she stopped the blessing before it even started. It wasn't her, it was God. He did this on purpose, right? Because he needed King Solomon on the throne. King Solomon was on the throne for a purpose, and it was to make sure that the ark was stored away safe, because all these descendants knew what was going to happen to Israel. And King Solomon married one of the Egyptian daughters of Pharaoh. And these people have so much knowledge of geometry and of building. And he needed them to do a secret compartment for the ark, which he did, right, with Jeremiah. They did all of that. So if you see it, right, I see it as an overall picture of why this person got married to this person, how he got into the throne because of her, how God made her hate him, closing up her womb so she don't have no more descendants that gonna go against King David and Solomon, because Absalom went against King David badly, right? Because of what happened with Tamar. So this is how I see it. And I thought that was the story. I never thought that Micah stopped the blessing, because Micah was being used as a pawn. So there was no way that she was going to stop the blessing. She didn't stop the blessing. God stopped her. He put in her heart not to have anything else to do with King David, because all she was being used is as a pawn. She was still there in the kingdom, because without her, he's not a king. She was still there, but she was no longer going to be available to him because she didn't want him. She didn't want him to touch her, right? And she probably said, listen, I know I'm a pawn for you to be king. And that's how I saw the story when I read it, and I understood all the problems that he had with Absalom. And then to have more kids contending for what was supposed to be for King Solomon. So that's how I see the overall picture, and I thought everybody saw the same thing, but I guess I was wrong, but that's my opinion about what happened to Micah. She never stopped the blessing. She was not supposed to have descendants, because this will have destroyed God's plans for the future of the ark. God bless you guys.